Hello everyone, this is Sanjana. Welcome back again. In this video, we are going to be looking at Science, Grade 8, Unit 2, Animal Classification. We all know in the animal kingdom, animals can be divided into two categories as vertebrates and invertebrates. So friends, stay tuned until the end of the lesson to learn about vertebrates, invertebrates, the differences with examples. Friends, are you ready? If you are ready, let's get started. Grade 8, Unit 2, Animal Classification. Animals can be divided into two main categories as vertebrates and invertebrates. Animals with a backbone can be divided into the vertebrate column, and the animals without a backbone can be categorized on the invertebrate column. Further, invertebrates can be divided into four main categories as Cnidaria, Annelida, Mollusca, and Arthropoda. Now let's talk about Cnidaria. The animals belong to Cnidaria are predators and they live in water. Some examples: Hydra, sea anemone, jellyfish. This is a picture of Hydra and this is a picture of sea anemone and another picture of jellyfish. Now let's look at some features of Cnidaria. Cnidarians have radial symmetrical body. It means if a body of an animal can be divided into two equal halves along several axes, we call it a radial symmetrical animal. And also friends, there are two forms as polyps and medusa. Polyps are fixed to the substrate and lead a sedentary life, while medusa are free-floating organisms. And the last feature of Cnidaria is they cripple small creatures with their special tentacles having cnidocytes and use them as food. Annelida. Annelids live in both marine and freshwater environments, as well as in wet terrestrial environments, such as earthworm, leech, nereis. Let's look at some common features of annelids. The first feature of annelids is body is bilateral symmetrical. It means if a body of an animal or a human being can be divided into two equal segments, halves, along one axis, we call it a bilateral symmetrical animal. Now friends, I hope that you have a clear vision on what a radially symmetrical animal is and a bilaterally symmetrical animal. The next feature, they are vermiform. It means worm-like a body shape. Body is divided into segments. Therefore, they are known as segment worms. Now let's talk about mollusca. Mollusca live in terrestrial, marine, and freshwater environments. Some examples for mollusca: snail, bivalve, chiton, slug, cuttlefish, and octopus. Let's look at some features of mollusks. They are bilateral symmetrical, soft-bodied animals, possess a muscular foot, possess a skin moistened with mucus. Some mollusks bear shells. And the last category under invertebrate column is Arthropoda. Arthropods live in terrestrial as well as in aquatic environments. Arthropoda is a group to which the highest number of animals belongs. Insects, spiders, scorpions, millipedes, centipedes, bronze crabs are some organisms that belong to the group Arthropoda. Now let's look at some features of arthropods. Arthropods are bilaterally symmetrical. Their body possesses an external skeleton, or else we say exoskeleton. Some species possess wings. Arthropods have externally segment body. All arthropods have joint appendages. And also vertebrates can be divided into 5 categories as Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Eels, and Mammalia. First, let's talk about Pisces. Fish, the group of animals well adapted to live in water, belongs to Pisces. Tilapia, skate, shark, bluefin tuna, seal, cold strip, sardine. Sprat are some fish that belong to Pisces. Let's look at some features of Pisces. Body is invariably streamlined. This feature helps them to swim through water. The body is covered with scales, has fins to swim through water, and to balance while swimming. Respiration through gills and passes eyes without eyelids. Now let's talk about amphibia. Amphibians spend part of their life cycle in water, such as we can take frogs, toads, salamanders, and many more. Let's talk about some features of amphibians. Undergo metamorphosis. Skin is thin, moist, and glandular. No scales on the skin, like Pisces. Some species use limbs for locomotion, like frogs. Respiration is carried out by lungs through wet skin or mouth. Let's talk about the group Reptilia. Reptiles belong to this group. They are well adapted for the terrestrial environment. Tortoise, turtle, cobra python, and many more that belong to this group are reptiles, and they belong to the group Reptilia. Some features of Reptilia possess a dry skin with scales. No glands are present in the skin. Use limbs for locomotion, but some reptiles are limbless. They are adapted for crawling, like cobra, python, respiration through lungs. And the next one is aves. Birds belong to this group aves. They are well adapted for flying. For example, we can take swan, blue magpie, owl parrot for the group aves. Let's look at some features of aves. A streamlined body is designed for flying. Body is covered with feathers. Possess limbs for locomotion. Forelimbs are adapted as wings. They do not have teeth, but the beak is adapted for feeding. Breathe through lungs. Mammalia. These animals feed on mother's milk. Some examples: gorilla, chimpanzee, bat, whale, dolphin, deer are some examples for mammals. Let's look at some features of mammals. Has mammary glands, skin has sweat glands, sebaceous glands, and hair. Possess an external ear with earlobe. Mammals have lungs to breathe. This is the end of the lesson. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I hope to see you in another video with another amazing lesson. Bye friends.